Kind of going through loads of old stuff in my studio. Like I even have these super old, ooh, and new, um, belt packs. Look how thick belt packs used to be before Ursa and Viviana. Crazy times. So I thought I'd make this more interesting for myself by going live. So a couple of updates with the app. If you haven't already, you can download it for free. You don't even need to sign up, make an account, none of that rubbish. You simply just download the Soundrolling app, soundrolling.com/app. And now recently I've started doing, what's it called? Soundy map. Basically for people to find each other more locally, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully that's, is that better height? And then hopefully more people find people in local areas. I kind of find it somewhat harder on the bigger groups, unless they're really specific groups, i.e. like LA sound mixers, to find people, or especially to recommend. Because another thing is obviously if you can recommend someone, or at least look into someone who potentially could be recommendable if you've never recommended before, then obviously that gives you kind of kudos to people that you work with, because then they'll come back to you first. So yeah, check that out. The Soundy map. Hopefully, it took me a while to like figure out the bugs and stuff, but now we're finally getting there. So also with this live Q&A kind of, I guess, you can ask me stuff, and I will hopefully try and answer. I will do a follow-up on Nano Shield. This is obviously the Super Shield. Didn't realize they discontinued this. I kind of feel that this product was very kind of fleeting under the radar for quite a lot of people. But again, I really liked it. Nano Shield, though, along with my new ambient boom pole, is proving to be much lighter, because obviously there's a lot of plastic, and still just as maybe slightly more work, only because I'm so used to like one clicking. But I'm getting into the swing of swapping things over. Microphones over. It was a bummer about the cables that they have that are 80 cut or 60 hertz cut built into them. Just don't work with digital mics. So my Super CMIT, which I just found the original box for. Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't work unless it's got the normal one. So if you buy it and you have any sort of digital shotgun or mic in general, then that won't work. I don't know if they're planning to like fix that, but they're probably working on it, I assume. Also, I need to do a test for VT wireless mics, so their actual lavaliers. Look at this. Yeah, this is what sorting out stuff is all about. Feel free to ask me questions or stuff in the chat, and I'll happily roll with that as well. Oh yes, the PC boom adapter. This is again ancient. Never really ended up using it, to be honest, but would have been cool. Can you please restate the app name compatibility? So it's the Soundrolling app. If you search Soundrolling, hopefully it comes up. Otherwise, if you go to soundrolling.com/app, then you can find the links directly to if it's on iOS or if it's on Android. And then from there, there's loads of cool things. There's all the old stuff, and then I've just been working on more, I guess, interactive features for making it work better. Can you believe I actually got this from the doing Le Mans 24 hour? They gave out these little guys. I was recording the Ford team around for 24 hours plus. So that was a long day with a little nap in the middle. So just getting rid of loads of, well, firstly sorting through all the rubbish that I have, and then seeing what I have left. So yeah. The app does need, I think I put in the description, like, the app needs permissions for stuff, but you feel free to not put any permissions if you want. And then you'll see which parts of the app will work. Things like operating a phone for calling and stuff is just to call dealers, and I'm trying to get a dealer map out there as well, because I kind of find that you find a few people and then you kind of know them and stick with them, but it's always nice to support people that are either local or can help you out, and especially hire houses. Recently I've been doing loads of jobs that require me to hire all sorts of stuff, and finding people or different places for different types of stuff is also really useful, because not always everything is a one-stop shop. So it's a bit trickier. Yeah. So how's everyone else doing? Hopefully everyone's well. I'm finding lots of broken things here, which is not very good. Even a harmonica, look at that. Wow. Ooh, cool. I love these caps for the MP1s. I don't know, I still run MP1s mainly because they fit into my SL6 on the sound devices. And though loads of people have like audio root and obviously swear by them, they're a bit more powerful, a bit less in size. I just never got around to switching over, to be honest. So, yeah, that's that. Any other questions or anything? There's a bit of a delay as well, I should add, on the live stream. So if you have asked a question, it usually takes like a minute for my reply to get to you guys live. There we go. Also, I brought down the. What else have I got? All sorts of stuff. There we go. Any thoughts on onset safety and weapons used? Yeah, based on the shooting. That is an insane story, especially because the AD was the second AD on the sequel to The Crow, and The Crow famously. I think he died. Bruce Lee's son, can't remember. Brandon Lee. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. I personally think, I mean, I didn't read the fully about like what happened with the camera crew walking off before that, but it sounds like everything just went down and crazy. Hey Ross, how's it going? So yeah, that is all just, it's really, really sad. And for the armourer to apparently check, and then for the AD to apparently check, and then for doing a shot straight at the camera and then that happening, I think there's going to be more stuff that comes out of that, surely, because if people are saying, usually it's the armourer who's going in front of the actors and being like, look, here's the empty magazine, here's the thing, but like everything's safe. But for the AD to do it, that was very odd, I thought, personally. But again, the armourer was, 22, I think? Daughter of a famous person, I believe, or something. So, I mean, yeah, it's just a bit tragic. Sup, Carl? So, yeah, feel free to ask me questions. I've just been catching up. You can replay this. I won't go over the same thing a million times. But, yeah, the Soundrolling app. Check it out. Let me know if it works. It's been going all right so far. A lot of stuff I have to manually add, so periodically updates come in. I've obviously been updating some of the more popular features, like the sound, the camera cheat sheet thing, and I need to get around to more of them because I was working with the Mini LF and they're changing everything over as always. So yeah, it's getting a bit crazy. And then I got a few reviews that I need to do. Maybe this weekend I'll be able to get around to it. So it's good. Cool new logo for the app. Yeah, I thought I'd shake it up a little bit. So I'm a dab hand at the old Canva. So always trying stuff up. Yeah, I've been digging the app and showing other mixes. Yeah, I think it's gonna be quite good. I'm interested as well, especially with the soundy map. And hopefully the dealer map, I need to do more work, like actually contacting dealers and being like, look, do you mind just adding your own information so I can copy and paste rather than go and find loads and loads of people. So yeah, and I'm just sorting through all these old cables and mess. So I need to sort that out. So if you have any other questions, Alejandro, great to see you too, buddy. I need to also maybe try and get into do a bit more sound chats, or I don't know. Kind of feel like there's so many directions you can go in. I also run kind of 2 other businesses, funnily enough. So it's been keeping me busy over lockdown. And then sound has now become kind of a hobby, although it's getting really busy. So it's becoming a full-time hobby again, which is nice. Kind of ebbs and flows. I've definitely decided that I'm trying to do, obviously, commercial, corporate, creative content, as it's called, because I think that's just getting, thankfully, more and more creative and interesting with the brands having to do so many different things that last such little time. With the app, the probably the newest thing is like this Soundy map feature. Basically, everyone can go submit their information, and then you can connect to mixes near you, as well as post people as well, because often it's good to be able to work with or recommend people, and then there we go. And then so hopefully people get a lot of value out of that. I think there's already like 60 people on there, which is pretty good. Any tips and tricks on miking actors in cars? So the classic go-to for me is you can. So ideally, if the costume's good enough and there's not like a million layers all made of like polyester or something hideous, then it's really good to basically rig in the sun visor, I think. If you can't rig on them because they've got the belt, they've got loads of layers, it's really crunchy, it's crazy, it's not seen where they've like stopped the car, and you're like not in the low loader with the windows down or anything crazy. Otherwise, I go for the radio mic in the sun visor. Usually there's always a light there anyway, so you can always sneak it around the side. A lot of people do the plant rigs either with like, you can get the tiny adapter for like the MK41s, the Sherps MK41s, that make it like a cable that literally just, so it's a tiny little mount, so you can also mount that on the sun visor. Obviously that's going to give you the best kind of coverage, but I've also seen a lot of people doing mounts by the kind of gearbox and kind of bending mics up and pointing out. But things to consider are even potentially double miking either end of the visor. Obviously they'll only use one in the mix, but if there's scenes where people are potentially can be caught suddenly off mic because they're not driving, then that's tricky. Yes, cup holder is also a very good one. Yeah, bang in the center next to like the gearbox thing. You can tell I know how to drive. So yeah, that's probably what I do for cars. I don't know if I did a video ages ago of it. I think loads of stuff has been coming up on my. Now I find that all of the internet is basically just one big like remember what you did 3 years ago. It's like some sort of Alzheimer's prevention system to get you to go onto Facebook more or whatever. But yeah, I've done quite a few. It's obviously easier on low loaders potentially, as long as like the gaffers and stuff have rigged stuff kindly, let's say. No problem, Ross. So always make sure that, I mean, there's always diffusion usually if you're like shooting in the day. So having that rattle, and there's loads of tips and tricks on the forum groups as well, just about how to dampen that down. I should probably even get into some like gaffer groups, although maybe that's like illegal or something. So yeah. So feel free to shoot any more questions or ask me about stuff. Yeah, this is it. I'm just killing lots of time really, and then seeing if I can provide any more value. Ugh. I'm now also basing myself between properly as well. I should add between London and Sheffield for those around the world. That's kind of Sheffield's kind of middle of England, as in like north middle, and then still have a base with my old neighbours actually in London as well, which is working really nicely. Cost of living is like ridiculously low up here compared to London, so it's probably the equivalent of, I don't know, moving from New York to Missouri. I don't know anywhere in the US that's cheap to live. But Missouri's somewhere in the middle, I should imagine. And I'm getting dead legs. Oh, Chicago apparently. Oh, Alejandro, are you considering upgrading to the 888 or Scorpio? This is a very good question, Alejandro. Because I'm always thinking about doing it. I went through a phase actually where I was really good and I didn't really buy any equipment, and I was like, what do I actually need to I have to straighten my legs up. What do I actually need to be able to do my job and not just invest ridiculous amounts in gear? Because I was never going to go into like TV drama or anything where I need like 800 radios. So for me, I mean, 888, at the moment I have 688, so 12 inputs, been really useful recently. I do like how there's internal recording as well as two SD cards. Also, it is a really nice setup, but I'm just wondering if it's enough. And I find when you get to a certain level, you're going basically from, I don't know, you can now quite quickly race to like a good 80-90% with most of the gear that's kind of already been around before the Scorpio and the 888. So, I mean, maybe I'll get there, but I think my 688 will do me. Potentially, I'd get even an 833 because the classic pairing was always people getting 688s and then 633s for like smaller bag work. So that is probably where I'm leaning more than upgrading what I currently have. So, have I tried the DPA tiny shotgun for cars? I think it's the 4099. I have not. But again, it's probably, I'm assuming, basically if you can get like a mini shotgun in there, it's going to be better than a lavalier just purely because of polar pattern. But yeah, so that's catching up with that. What was that? Same issue I've got right now with 6 Series. Yeah, exactly. So I've got a 688. Do I need to go to the Scorpio or the 888? Will they just bring something out in? Because I went from, for instance, when they first brought out the 664, then I went for that, and then I jumped to the 688 because it had the thing like auto mix and lots of cool other features, as well as obviously the pack that you can put on it. I do like the 888 and the 833 as well. Or is it 883? I get them so confused now. Because of the SL2. And the SL2 then really tempts me to get the quad WYSICOM, because then you could get 8 in a really, really small pack. 4097 core micro shotgun plant is awesome for cars and plants, apparently. And that's Joy B Audio Land. So, I should probably do a couple of tests maybe. I need to find a place where I can rent more stuff around here. I've not really looked in Sheffield that much, but oh my god. But yeah, I need to find that. So, oh look, I got a curly cable. Does anyone else ever run curly cables for like their boom? Like this. Ooh. Good things, pros and cons, obviously is the... Oh, let's scroll up. Pros and cons are the... Obviously it collapses, I mean that's the whole point. Bad thing is if it breaks, you pretty much like bust the whole thing unless you're breaking the connector. So It's good for like obviously one man banding and kind of dock work, and obviously just bunches up quite nicely, but stretches. I think this one's 3 meters, 2 meters. And obviously, if you're loose in any part of it, it may rattle, but never really had problems with it. Definitely got back into just doing straight, ugh, straight cables though, which is good. And always a fan. Okay, now I've got blood back in my legs. I will sit round again. Oh my god, I'm getting too old. Maybe. So yeah, what's everyone else feeling? How's everyone else doing? Ugh. Yeesh. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that now. Sorting through my stuff. Oh yeah, the compact, the bow ties. I think they're proving quite good. Again, still need to do a test comparing, like I did with the Sharky versus just normal whips. I need to do whips versus these. Apparently, they don't like really increase the range, like ridiculous, but they're meant to give better reception within a similar range, is what I've been told. And they're working really well for me so far, but I've not been like ridiculously far away from talent. And it's definitely nice having them on the bag, because not only when you buy them do they come with the actual mounts to fit on your bag properly, which I didn't think of before. I was like, how's this gonna turn up? Is it just gonna be a bow tie and then I'm gonna have to find a way to like fix everything onto it? But no, it appears they thought of everything. Can't use to, but took the coil out from too much noise. Ah, yeah, okay. Between pulling the trigger on MK50 or CMC1, oh, that's just what I got, an MK41 head. Anyone got any advice or insight? So, I think it depends where you go with it. So, if you're going with an MKH50, then I would probably... It depends what your other microphones are. Because for instance, I got the Super CMIT, so I'm obviously leaning towards Sherps already. I really like the CMC1 because it literally makes it like a third of the size, and I needed to go get my other one fixed anyway. So that was really handy. Oh, another tube, nice. So my advice is, what shotgun do you have, or are you just buying another MKH50? To kind of seal the deal. That's probably what you need to think about first. Because always trying to match stuff up is probably better. The recently upgraded to Wisicom 42S and MPTT. What are your thoughts on the plug-on transmitter? I haven't used it that much. Kyle says that the plug-on is okay. They've had issues with the range and RF hits. Don't know if they fixed it. Yeah, that's the only tricky thing. I mean, the other thing you can look into is potentially, I mean, maybe the audio LTDs are getting better and better, but doing that as a kind of a recorder, and then I don't know, can you feed out of that? I don't know what the rules are yet. But, then basically going from that to then transmitting as well as recording, then at least you're safe with the boom, and it's digital, so I think you get more power in it. But again, digital signals, I guess once you like don't have the signal anymore, then it's by it's a 1 or it's a 0, so that can make stuff quite tricky. So much stuff. MK41, interesting. Okay, well, because MKH50, yeah, is the wide one like that. Apparently it's got really good kind of suck, for lack of a better word. So yeah, MKH50 probably would be a better pairing. And I think is it cheaper? Because again, it depends as well if you plan to do anything that's maybe cardioid based or anything that's what else do they have? I mean, they have a load of cool accessories for it as well. Like they have a little right angle thing that you can get. So you could do, that's what you could do for car mounts, for instance. Um, so it really depends. But I mean, either way, I think they're both very good microphones. But I would always lean more towards getting like a similar kind of company. I don't know why. I think I don't know if that's just if there's any kind of real logic to that apart from that both companies built the same thing, so it must sound more compatible. But that's my kind of logic there, I guess. On the internal recording part, you'll have to follow up with something on that. Ooh, I found another one. Finding all these old accessories from Rycots. And even the little mini puppy, which is hilarious. Which means like small potato in Spanish, doesn't it, or something? That's cool. So many old things in here. Do any of you guys that boom ever use kind of like these bag accessories? They're quite cool. Quite big. Good for MP1s. I forget which one this is. This is the KST GDI. So maybe need to start looking through all the stuff I have. Got some classic reading. Filmmaker's Handbook. Tells you everything. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to keep me entertained. Finding like, super old webcams. So there we go. You guys are hardcore, staying for like 30 minutes. Oh, and looking forward to testing out the old K-Tech Boomshine. So it's for cleaning your boom poles. Obviously I've just got new ones, so I can't really use it that much. Did I go? Ah, I'm back. Oh, there we go. Yeah, loads of people left. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Okay, well, I'm pretty much through my stuff. Lifeline. Yeah, nice. So, Bill, that's all for my cheers. Gotta show off now. Take care. Yeah, cheers, man. No doubt see you on the down low, as they say. Thoughts on new Hydermic boom accessory? Oh, yeah, I like that, right? Because that's meant to take out any sort of shock going through. They said as well that the Nano Shield, apparently with some boom poles, and if you screw it really tightly or something, then it's, yeah, tough. You use MK50 interior, CMIT exterior. Yeah. I mean, they're both really good mics, I think. And you can never really have too many mics, but I yeah. I had my little splash out earlier. It's quite scary how easily you can drop like $3,000 just on like 4 things. Part of the fun, I guess. So and it's been so long since I'd like properly updated a load of stuff. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Oh. But the good old look. There we go. For those wind tests later on. Yeah, maybe. Oh, look, my first ever Oh, my first ever mixer recorder, the Edirol R44. I did have the R4 Pro for a while, but then sold that to then get the 664. But yeah, this is not really a mixer, but you know, four inputs. It's pretty good. Should power this bad boy up and do a sound comparison, I think. I think that'd be super cool. So, I think that's it. Oh my god, there's so much rubbish everywhere. Cool, guys. Well, it's been fun hanging. Oh my god, it's a bit it's getting a bit late here anyway. This is the other company. Oh, they make, which is cool. But now I can do like sexy videos. Ooh, like pure white. You maybe change these light bulbs. Awesome. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments or something about anything, any feedback with the app, and let me know about I don't know any other videos. I have a million I need to do. And yeah, great. I'm doing these. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the best at Q&A, but I'm comfortable just randomly going with the flow. So that's kind of part of the deal, I guess. Awesome. Well, I guess I will see you guys later and with more videos. So till next time, see you later.